Fusion-Crete 2 has been quietly building a history of concrete repair and restoration that speaks volumes about its flexibility in mix design and application, its durability, and its cost-effectiveness. Hi, I'm Chris with Fusion-Crete. I'm in Steamboat Springs, Colorado, and behind me and over my left shoulder you can see the Steamboat Ski Resort, and in front of that is Howelson Hill, a premier Nordic training center that sent Olympic athletes to Vancouver, and they brought back medals. I'm in Ski Town, USA, which means we get a lot of snow here, but we also get a lot of sunshine. That means freeze-thaw cycles and UV rays, which can really damage concrete. With snow removal, freeze-thaw cycles and UV rays, this town is a proving ground for concrete repair and restoration, and Fusion-Crete 2 has been up to that task for 14 years. We've repaired hundreds of concrete structures with all types of damage, and with the flexible mix design of Fusion-Crete 2, it was all done with one product. We're going to go inside, take a look at a pail of Fusion-Crete 2, talk a little about how it works, and after that you can view video and photo clips of before and after jobs that we've done with Fusion-Crete 2 in Steamboat Springs and all the way to the Pentagon in Washington, D.C. Hello again. We're inside now. We're going to have a look at a pail of Fusion-Crete and talk a little bit about how it works so you can become a little more familiar with it. This is a 5-gallon pail of Fusion-Crete. It's the way it normally comes. This is one of our pails that's open. So as you can see, it's a dry powder and it's a contractor grade raw material. So when you buy a pail of Fusion-Crete, you're buying an entire pail of what would modify the mortar in order to make it not only adhere to damaged concrete, but it has flexural strength, so it can expand and contract with the substrate with temperature changes outside without delaminating or coming apart. And this pail we'll cover up and save, and we'll use all of it next year, so we have no material loss. How do you use a dry powder? You take the Fusion-Crete 2 and combine it with water. That is the premix once it's mixed in water, and the premix is the only liquid that you use to mix the mortar. So to give you an example of how much you can get out of a pail, one 5-gallon pail of Fusion-Crete 2 will make a dry pack repair mortar once it's combined with the cement and sand that you obtain in your area, enough to make 1.2 cubic yards of a dry pack mortar that can be used for curb repairs, that's with no forms, or walls or stairs, things like that. Or on the other end of the spectrum, if you want to make a slurry mix that will coat a slab and make it look like brand new concrete, this one pail, once it's combined with cement and sand, will make enough slurry mix to coat 1,800 to 2,200 square feet. And in between those two extremes, there are many different mixes that you can make depending on what you're trying to do. So again, this pail expands with the material that you buy at your local building supply. So the way this works is, you measure the Fusion-Crete 2 and the water by volume. And we have a few different containers that we use for that, but it's good to have one container for liquid and one for dry. So in this bucket, for instance, we would put so many parts of water, just so many parts of Fusion-Crete 2, depending on what kind of mortar we want. Once that's combined together, then that is called the premix. The premix is the only liquid part that you put in the mortar mix. It also is the primer that you put on the substrate before you place the mortar after it's mixed. And then you can also use it for a tooling agent to help ease with tooling and feathering out into surrounding intact concrete areas. The dry part of the mix is very basic. I have it here in 2 pails. This pail contains some Portland type 1 and 2 cement, and this pail has some 70 mesh silica in it. Although you can use any grade of silica or regular concrete sand or masonry sand or any combination of those sands depending on what you're going to do. And with deeper repairs you can even add larger aggregate. So there's a great flexibility in mix design here. So with one product you can do all of those different kinds of repairs that you're going to see in the video clips and photo clips that follow this little demonstration. So that's the basic idea. We got the Fusion-Crete 2 crystals. It's combined into a premix. Premix is the liquid part of the mix. Portland cement and sand, the dry part. Once that's combined, it will make a repair mortar that can repair virtually any type of concrete damage on almost any type of structure. Now that you've had a chance to learn a little bit about how Fusion-Crete works, you can view some photos and video clips of before and after shots of the various types of repairs that we've done with Fusion-Crete 2 over the past 14 years.